Okay, fifth graders, this is our final video for Chapter 7, Decimal Division. We're looking at some story problems today. And we've got Bob pays $68.46 for a putter club and 5 golf balls. The putter club cost $27.36. How much did each golf ball cost? Well, so a lot of times with problem solving, there's multiple steps. So let's read through this again and see if we can figure out what needs to happen here. So it says that Bob pays $68.46 for a putter club and 5 golf balls. So that's the total that he paid for everything. The putter itself cost $27.36. So how much did each golf ball cost? Well, so the first thing I want to do is probably subtract the $68.46 by the cost of the putter club, $27.36. So I do that. The reason I do this is because that's going to tell me how much was left to spend for the 5 golf balls if I need to figure out how much each golf ball cost. So 6 minus 6 is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. 8 minus 7 is 1. 6 minus 2 is 4. So that's $41.10. So Bob spent $41.10 on 5 golf balls. Well, to figure out how much each golf ball cost, that's going to be 5 going into $41.10. So it's just decimal division. We bring our decimal straight up. 5 cannot go into 4, but it can go into 41. 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. 41 minus 40 is 1. We're going to bring the 1 down. 5 can go into 11 twice. 2 times 5 is 10. 11 minus 10 is 1. I'm going to bring that 0 down. And I know that 5 can go into 10 twice. And I know there's none left over because 5 times 2 is 10. Each golf ball cost $8.22. All right, next one. There are $23 and 23 and 2,600 grams of sugar. This is not money anymore. In 5 Snickers bars. There are 15 and 2,400 grams in 3 Kit Kat bars. I don't know whether this is accurate. They're just numbers I came up with, so do not quote me on the actual grams of sugar in Kit Kat and Snickers bars. These are just numbers to make the problem work. So I kind of say that as a side note. Which contains more sugar in 1 candy bar? Well, if there's 23 and 2,600 grams in 5 Snickers bars, to figure out how much there is in 1, I would have to do 5 going into, and I'm going to turn this sideways, 5 going into 23 and 2,600s. All right? So 5 can go into 23. Let's even move this over. I'm going to run out of some space here. Here's a clue. We're going to have to add because it's being divided by 5. So we're going to have to add a 0 because this ends in a 6. It's not going to go in evenly. Put our decimal up. 5 can go into 23 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. 23 minus 20 is 3. I'm going to bring the 2 down. 5 can go into 32 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. 32 minus 30 is 2. Bring the 6 down. 5 can go into 26 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. 26 minus 25 is 1. Put the 0 down. Bring that down. 5 can go into 10 twice. I know there's none left over because 5 times 2 is 10. In 1 Snickers bar, 4 and 652 thousandths. Well, it also tells me that there are 15 and 2,400 grams in 3 Kit Kat bars. So to figure out, and I'm still figuring out which contains more sugar in 1 candy bar. To figure out how many grams of sugar are in 1 Kit Kat bar, I have to take the 3, because I have 3 Kit Kat bars, and that's going into 15 and 24 hundredths grams. Well, 3 can go into 15. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 minus 15 is 0. Bring the 2 down. 3 cannot go into 2, but since I brought down and divided, I have to put a 0 up there to show that 3 can go into 2 0 times. As long as I remember to put a 0 up there, remember what we talked about on a previous video, I can go ahead and just bring the 4 down. Now 3 can go into 24. I believe that's 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 minus 24 is 0. So in one Kit Kat bar, there's 5 8/100 grams of sugar. So that tells me that if there's 5 8/100 grams of sugar in one Kit Kat bar, 4 652,000 grams of sugar in one Snickers bar, when it asks which contains more sugar in one candy bar, that's going to be the Kit Kat, because that had 5 8/100 as opposed to 4 652 thousandths. All right, we have one more, and there's not going to be an assignment that goes with this video, but there are going to be some of these problems on your test and review, very similar to the ones we're doing. So kind of take note, maybe get some of these in your notes or figure some of that out. Gymnast A scored 37 24/100 points, scoring the same in all 5 events. Gymnast B scored 30 24/100 points, scoring the same in all 4 events. Which gymnast scored more points per event? Well, to figure out how many Gymnast A scored per event, I will have to take that individual's total score, which is 37 24/100, and divide it by all 5 events. So I'm going to take 5. That's going to go into 37 24/100. Well, there's no decimal here, so my decimal is going to go straight up. 5 cannot go into 3, but it can go into 37 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. 37 minus 35 is 2. I'm going to bring that 2 down. 5 can go into 22 4 times. 5 times 4 is 20. 22 minus 20 is 2. I'm going to bring the 4 down. 5 can go into 24 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. 24 minus 20 is 4. I cannot end up with a remainder, so to not change the value of the 37 24/100, I just add a 0. I bring that 0 down, and then I say, well, how many times can 5 go into 40? Well, 5 can go into 40 8 times, and I can be confident that there will be none left over because 5 times 8 is 40. I end up with 7 448 thousandths. All right, moving right along. Now it says Gymnast B scored 30 24/100, scoring the same in all 4 events. So to figure out how many points Gymnast B scored, I would have to take the 30 24/100 and divide that by 4, because that individual was only in 4 events. Once again, no decimal here, so decimal here goes straight up. 4 can go into 30 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Okay. 30 minus 28, I believe, is 2. I'd borrow from the 3, make it a 2, make the 0 a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 2 minus 2 is nothing. Bring the 2 down. 4 can go into 22. 5 times 4 is 20. 22 minus 20 is 2. Bring the 4 down. 4 can go into 24. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 minus 24 is 0. Gymnast A scored 7 448 thousandths points per event. Gymnast B scored 7 56/100 points per event. They both have a 7 in the ones place, but this 5 in the tens place is bigger than the 4 in the tens place here. So Gymnast B at 7 56/100. Gymnast B scored more points per event. All right, we'll talk to you later, fifth graders. Bye.